All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Just all praises to the one calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity on the brother Tazabah. Lord will with another video to edify and a that American dream that especially the women in this place have lifted up. Because when you talk about student loan debt and everything, a lot of people have it, but nobody has more of it than the woman, right? When you talk about credit card debt, everybody has it, but nobody has more than the woman, right? They always thought there was going to be an opportunity to still live large and prosper in this world, and for a long time the Lord let them get away. The Lord let them get away with what they were doing, to the point where now the rubber's hitting the road, right, so to speak, and the shit's hitting the fan, and it's not easy no more, right? You got inflation going at all-time high. In these videos like this, right, you see all these women complaining. These ain't ugly women, bro. The majority of them, they look decent. But, and I'm gonna play this, but even with them looking decent, they said they didn't need a man. Now you're in a situation where you need a man. That's why more and more are going out, especially when I go out and preach on Saturdays and whatnot, hit the highways and byways and bring out the scriptures. Now you're seeing more and more couples. Before it was like, man, you'd never see a woman with a man. So it was a whole pack of women rolling in packs like hyenas that didn't want to deal with no men, or just wanted to deal with a dude just for the pipe. And now it's a flock, it's a mass like explosion of relationships popping up, because these women are seeing that they can no longer do it alone. So I'm gonna play this, and Lord willing, be edifying.
You know what's up? Making us work 5 days out of 7 days a week to still be broke and still not being able to afford anything. The cost of living nowadays is genuinely ridiculous. Ridiculous. And it just makes you wonder, why am I working all these days, all these hours, and still struggling? It's honestly sad, but like, what can you do about it, you know? I'm not married. I can't do this anymore. I'm honestly I officially can't afford to live. Quite frankly, I should be having more money in my pocket, you know? I'm just providing for myself. Drop country recommendations below. I officially can't afford to live in Canada anymore, so I want to get the hell out of here. Please comment below where I should try to visit or where I should move to, because I can't do this anymore. I'm honestly so upset. Living in America is freaking ridiculous right now. There are people choosing whether they want to have Christmas gifts or pay their rent, and that might not be different from any other year. 2 to 3 grand on average. You need to make 2 to 3 times that. 9,000 a month. How many people with regular bachelor degrees are even making that? No one. Not a lot of people. No one wants to live with roommates. That's not the answer. Everybody deserves a safe and clean space. There's no reason why so many people should be roommating, or you can't even buy yourself your own house. This is horrible.
She can't afford to buy a home in the township she leads.
Earning around $90,000 a year, she can't afford a home in the municipality she leads.
Living in this region is really not attainable for a young professional who has university debt, and I know I'm certainly not alone in that.
She says many of her own friends in their late 20s are unable to afford homes in Wilmot, too.
I live in my car because the cost of living...
Right? You see? This woman making $90K. Right, there's an article I saw. Let me pull it up, actually. Here it is. It's a screenshot I took, right? It says 67% of people making 50 to 100K per year are currently living paycheck to paycheck. That ain't normal. Right? That ain't normal. That for you to make 100K and still not be able to make it, man. I remember back in the day, your parent made 60K. It was like, whoa, you doing pretty damn good. Right? For you to make I think it's like 62 G's a year, 63 G's a year after taxes, right? If you don't have kids and you got to file single, you're making a little over 45 or so hundred a month. That's even after you pay for health insurance and everything like that. You talking about $4,500 a month isn't enough to be able to live anymore, to where you got to live extremely paycheck to paycheck. And women are the ones making all this money, so they lived deliciously while they had it. They prospered while they did. Right? They kicked aside the man that was just willing to work with them, and now they're out here on their own. And with this whole influx of these immigrants coming in, they from a country. Hey, what you gotta understand that these people from these other countries, the so-called immigrants, this Northern Kingdom that's coming up here from South America, right? They lived in a whole different world, right? Beating a bitch down and prostituting her was nothing for them in their countries, right? So some of them, there's a lot of them that don't get down like that, but there's a whole lot of them that it looks normal, right? And you got women sit here making the decision to live in their cars, and they ain't got no ability to actually protect themselves. They don't move wise enough to be able to protect themselves. And this is the time we're in. Right? Trying to learn Portuguese and shit right now. But it's a Micah 7:10. It says, "Then she that is my enemy shall see it, shame shall cover, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire in her street." In the days that we're coming to, bro, these women are going to be the first ones to feel it. They're going to be the very first ones. Right? You're talking about these women won't even figure out a way to sit here and operate in a job where they know people don't like them, just to fucking get by and make their checks. These women think they're going to be fulfilled with work, and then they'll go to their lives without a man, and then now shit's hitting the fan, and they've shown themselves to be enemies, especially to the Heavenly Father. These women, brothers have been with women that shown themselves to be nothing but fucking enemies. Right? Committed adultery on brothers, were proud about it. Right? Try to set brothers up to get hurt. Or tell fucking falsified stories to these worldly ass niggas that would really fucking try to take it there. And now we're in a time now where that sentiment and that way of functioning is turning on them. Right? This is Ecclesiastes, Isaiah 32. Isaiah 32:9. Right? Because when you think about this shit, a man is comfortable. A man will be good in a fucking 4-wall apartment. Right? That ain't that great. As long as he can sit here and get that bitch sprayed up for some fucking roaches and shit, and make sure he ain't got no insect problem. He got a mattress and a TV and some food in the fridge. A man will fucking last. But these women, to put themselves down to a standard like that, they can't do it. This is Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. You women need to rise up." Hey, the Lord is making you get the fuck up. The Lord is putting it into your mind. You ain't gonna be comfortable no more. Right? Women have a thing where they call it nesting. Right? You got a man that ain't had a woman, and then his woman move in. What she start to do? Put up pictures here, potpourri there, right? Becomes a homemaker. And that's the one thing I can't stand about being with a woman is I never liked to be in the house like that, man. So making the house oh so comfortable, right? Justifying spending $900, $1,200 on a couch didn't make sense to me. But women, in their minds, that makes sense. So they put themselves in this comfortable position. So the Lord's telling them, rise up, you women that are at ease, hear my voice, you careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And this whole issue with the cost of living, right? With the cost of debt, right? With the breakdown of the between the relationship between men and women. Women have been feeling it the most, right? And this has been going on for a while. And now it's getting up to that fever pitch where people are crying and making videos online about it. We're in the days where shit's gonna get heavy, and this is why the scriptures tell you, right? A man is gonna be more precious than fine gold, because these women out here, they put themselves in a position, right, by not saying nothing to their fucking female counterparts around them, right? By saying stuff to them when they were going off, that now niggas don't give a fuck about them, right? So what? The gallery is not gonna come. The vintage is failing. Being able to get by just by your looks ain't working no more. Being able to just get another loan, open another credit card isn't working no more. It's crazy how many times I'll meet somebody and they'll tell me about their credit card debt, and I'll ask them like, why do you have so much? And they'll talk about a Nordstrom's card or a Nordstrom's, bro. This fucking just high end retail, high end fashion, bro. Nordstrom's card, right? Nike expenses and shit, just balling out of control. The scriptures tell you not to make banqueting upon borrowing, right? It says, tremble you women that are at ease, be troubled, you careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. And that's what the Lord is causing. When you think about a woman, her whole identity, right, is surrounded around substance. If she meets a man, what substance can he bring to me? And that's why women in the States, especially in America, man, actually in Edomite rule, right? It's really around the world, but it's the worst in these Edomite ruled nations. These women just want to hear about the money. What can you give to me? I saw a video where this nigga woman in the UK sat there and said, foreign American men will just take care of the woman. And I'll let you know this now. No, the fuck they ain't. Right? But it's causing these women to get into a mournful state. It says, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Because before it was easy. Right? You had the gig economy. You had your own personal job. Right? People are willing to spill money. But now what? The economy's going to shit. Hyperinflation's here. Right? Nobody want to take y'all on dates no more because you a bunch of fucking animals. Right? So they're lamenting for the teats right now. This is the time. It says, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. Yeah, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city, because the palaces shall be forsaken. The multitude of the city shall be left. The forts and the towers shall be for dens forever. A joy of wild asses and a pasture for the flocks. Right? So this is where we're at right now, man. Where the Lord is causing that joyness, that carelessness to be washed away by what? Constant stress. And this is why the scriptures tell you, here it is, Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, say Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And the chief ones who did this, right, is a so-called woman, right? Because these women out here today, these biological women that are here today, they don't act like fucking women are supposed to. Proverbs 30 tell you what a woman's supposed to act like, man. I was having a discussion at work because this chick always brings up Bible scriptures to me at work. And I told her I told her straight up, I said, I don't want to say it, but if you want me my opinion, I can tell you it. I was like, if you're gonna sit here and call yourself trying to be good, because she brought up some stupid conversation about how she doesn't feel like she's fulfilling her purpose. I said, if you keep talking about how you're not fulfilling your purpose to the Lord, Well, what is your okay? How do you fulfill your purpose as a woman to the Lord? If a man has a different purpose and you as a woman have a different purpose, how do you fulfill that? And she said, well, I don't know, like how? I said, well, Proverbs 30. And she automatically said, there's no Proverbs 30 women out there. I myself aren't even a Proverbs 30 woman. I told her straight up. So if you know you're not fitting that description and it's supposed to be according to your faith, well, maybe you need to start looking at how you can fucking attain that. And when these women don't understand that, so they cover themselves with the covering of America. They want to be bad bitches. They want to be out of order. They don't want to work with men, right? They want to have the facade of being independent while still using everything that men make or using their fathers to get by. Because that's what a lot of times happens with these fucking women. If they ain't got a man and their father is in the picture, they use their father to get by. So it's not being independent. Right? But this is why the Lord said, woe, meaning destruction to the rebellious children. Right? That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, because they believed in that American dream. They believed that going to college is going to make them all this money. Right? So they got this degree and that degree and this certificate and that certificate. And they still only making like $28 an hour. With hella debt. It's wild, bro. You failed. What you believe in failed. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And when you watch that video, they are really perplexed. Look at her face. That is straight up perplexion, right? Perplexity right there in her face. She is confused. No kids, no man. In her mind, she shouldn't be broke, but she broke. But if you actually follow the scriptures and you build something with a man, then you have something to build with. Then you got somebody to lean on. Y'all pull that shit together, you good. Or you better off. Right? But this shit is going to be to y'all confusion, man. This is Isaiah 3. In 16, it says, moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, undisciplined, proud, boastful. Right? It's gotten so bad in America that you got niggas going to other nations. And I'll be watching these travel videos and shit. I'll be like, damn, I want to go too. There's a different look on the people's faces in these other countries, bro. It's not the fucking look of just all out pride and animosity. Yeah, they have a way more serious of life. Right? It's not as fun at games as it is in the US and shit. But man, the pride that's here, the Lord's going to repay it. It says, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, Yahweh will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. That's why these so-called black women can't grow no fucking hair. The Lord put a curse on them. And Yahweh will discover their secret parts. I'm going to jump down on this, right? It says verse 25, it says, thy man shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground. And that's what we're coming to, right? We're getting ready for a time where these niggas is going to be shipped off to war. There's going to be a draft. There's going to be a draft. War is getting burnt up, right? Those drums of war is being beaten pretty soon. And then those recruiting numbers aren't being met. So what do? Oh, we need niggas. Y'all, hey, by law, you got to get over here. We going to give you this bayonet. They going to give niggas bayonets. Right? It's going to be so much fucking death that's going to be out there. And they going to need so many bodies to just throw at the meat grinder. Niggas is going to be getting old bayonets. It says, in her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. So that full out state of shame is going to cover y'all. Right? The men be all right. I mean, shit, the man of the Lord are going to be all right. And the niggas in the world that ain't just straight up bitches, they're going to fare better than you women. This is 1 Timothy 5. And 6, it says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And that's what's happened, man. There's been too much living in pleasure, right, for these women in the States. And this is the result. All these single women that ain't ugly complaining because they living alone. They ain't tried to work with a man to to have a support system. They have the, like the order is, man. A man should leave mother and father and cleave to his wife, right? But these women don't want to be in a relationship. They want to live that lavish life. They want to be party girls, city girls, right? And now we're coming into the time where you lived in that pleasures, and you're damn while you live it, man. You're dead while you live it. Look at you. This is pitiful, man. But these are the days we're in, man. These are the days we're in. Shalom.